Imagine walking through a neighborhood, perhaps not expecting anything unusual. You're just going about your day. But then, something catches your eye. Something that doesn't quite make sense. That's exactly what happened to little Jamie, a toddler who, on what seemed like just an ordinary afternoon, found something that would change everything. It started when Jamie was playing outside, exploring the empty lot near his home. His parents had always encouraged him to wander a little, getting to know the world around him. He loved playing in the dirt and looking for little critters or rocks. But this time, he found something that no one could have prepared for. As Jamie toddled along, he suddenly froze. His wide eyes were fixed on something ahead of him. There, on the other side of a cracked wall, something seemed alive. But it wasn't just any animal. It was a German shepherd, a beautiful dog. But it was stuck. It was trapped. Not in a cage, not behind bars. No, this dog was stuck in a cemented wall, its body pressed through a hole as if the wall had grown around it. It was the kind of sight that made you question everything you thought you knew about the world. How did it get there? Why was it there? And most importantly, was the dog okay? The sight left Jamie's heart racing. He wasn't old enough to understand the complex reasons behind the situation. But what he did next was nothing short of miraculous. He slowly approached the wall, his small feet shuffling across the dirt. His tiny hands reached out, almost instinctively, as though he knew this dog needed help. The German shepherd, despite its predicament, wagged its tail furiously, as if grateful to see Jamie. The dog's eyes were full of fear, but there was also something else in them. Hope. And in that moment, something clicked in Jamie's innocent heart. He wasn't scared. He wasn't bothered by the oddity of the situation. All he knew was that this dog needed help, and he was going to do whatever it took. With the determination only a child could muster, Jamie began to move the broken concrete around the dog. It wasn't much at first, just a few small rocks here and there, but every little bit seemed to make the wall shrink back ever so slightly. The dog, too, seemed to understand the little one's intent, not growling or snapping, but patiently waiting, trusting in the tiny hands trying to free him. Minutes passed. Jamie's parents, who had been watching from a distance, couldn't believe their eyes. They had seen their son play before, but never like this. It was as though he had some inner knowledge of what had to be done, some kind of connection with this creature that transcended everything else. The wall was starting to crack. Piece by piece, Jamie's persistence was paying off. His little fingers scraped at the cement, occasionally stopping to look up at the dog as if seeking approval. And just when it seemed like it might be too much for Jamie to handle alone, something incredible happened. The dog, it made a move. With a sudden shift, the German shepherd pulled itself forward, using the remaining strength it had left. And the two of them, Jamie and the dog, worked together. Slowly but surely, the dog began to emerge from the wall, inch by inch, until finally it was free. But here's the most unbelievable part. The dog didn't run off. It didn't dart away in fear or confusion. No, It turned around and it walked directly over to Jamie, giving him the gentlest nudge with its nose. It was a gesture of thanks, a silent expression of gratitude. Jamie, wide-eyed and innocent, just laughed. It was the happiest sound in the world. And just like that, a bond was formed. A bond that transcended age, species, and all logic. The German Shepherd wasn't just a dog anymore. It was Jamie's friend. A friend who, in a strange twist of fate, had been freed by a child's pure heart and tenacity. Later that day, Jamie's parents took the dog to the vet. The injuries it sustained from being trapped in the wall were severe. But it survived, thanks to Jamie's courageous actions. The story of the baby and the German Shepherd spread through the community like wildfire. But the most touching part of this entire story? The connection between Jamie and the dog only grew stronger. The German Shepherd, now named Max, became a constant companion to Jamie. Everywhere Jamie went, Max followed. So, what can we learn from this story? It reminds us that sometimes the smallest among us can make the biggest difference. A child, pure and innocent, with no fear or hesitation, saw a need and acted on it. And in doing so, changed a life forever. This story of courage, compassion, and an unbreakable bond between a baby and a dog is one that will leave you thinking long after the video ends. It's a reminder that kindness can come from the most unexpected places, and that no act of goodness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. If you were touched by Jamie and Max's incredible story, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories, and share your thoughts with us in the comments below. What do you think about the bond between Jamie and Max? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, remember, kindness is always the answer.